That is that profile, and we have this part done. And moving on down, so we need to use the loft to make this part landing gear part also. Not the landing gear is still part of the cockpit. So we're going to select this face, sketch, select that face, convert entity, and go normal. So once you convert entity, exit that sketch, so that will represent this profile. And on the second one, it says lofting to a point. So we're going to select the right plane, sketch, normal 2, and I'm just going to click this point over here and just draw it somewhere over here, and make sure that this point and the one of those points on that sketch, it doesn't matter which one you select, is horizontal to each other. So once you add the horizontal relation, we just need to add a dimension. So this can go not horizontal. So what we can do is delete the horizontal relation. It's not horizontal, so I'm gonna move this down. So make sure you add. So what you will do is you can add the dimension from here, from this point to that point, and that will be 0.35. So let me go normal 2, so you see, so it's pretty much from the center point to there is 0.35, and which is what is right here. And you also add another dimension from this face to that point, so we can add it from that face to that point is going to be 1.6. So that is that. And if you can select those points, you can use your origin point. It will be the same. Well, not the origin point. I could draw a line over here and dimension from that line down. It will be the same thing. So exit out of that, and now go on the right plane again, sketch, normal 2, and we are going to draw a line, something like this, an horizontal line, and draw an arc from this point down and something like that. So select this line, this point, the end point of that line, and this top line, and pierce them. I'm gonna go normal 2, and the distance is for this line is 0.25, which is right here, and I'm going to select this point and that arc and make them coincident. And now what we need to do is make sure that this arc and this line are tangent to each other. That's what we need. So make sure it's tangent 0.25 and to that point, and exit out. And we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. So select the right plane again, sketch, normal 2. So we're going to draw a line, something like that, and we're going to draw another arc. You can start your arc at the end point of that line and just draw something like this. Make sure the arc and that line is tangent, and now select this point and this bottom line and pierce it. Select this end point and that point and make them coincident, and the radius for this is 1. And we have a fully defined sketch. Exit out. So now what we can do is go to like feature, loft, and we want to loft this sketch into the point. Then we'll select this 2 as the guide curve and click OK, and we have that feature. And if I move it to the side, and we have that, and that is done. We only need to make this landing gear and we are done. So now what we need to do is select the front, the plane 1, which is on this part, and sketch on it, normal 2. So just draw a line somewhere over here for now. Just draw a line and draw an arc, a 3-point arc on the end of it, something like this. So make sure that the center point of this arc and this end point is horizontal to each other, and make sure this arc and that point, so make sure this line and that arc is tangent to each other. So you should have something like this. Now from the center, make sure this point and the origin point is vertical, and from that origin point down is going to be 1.8, and the distance is 1.5. The distance of this is 1.5 because it's 3, so 1.5 will be half of it, and the radius for this arc is 0.8. And we have a fully defined sketch, so we'll go to feature, just exit out of it, so go to feature, sweep, and now select this circular profile, select your sketch. So now all we need to do is enter the diameter, which is 0.2, so it makes that, and click OK. And the second profile is a 5 from here to the back is 5, so we are going to select that front plane again, that plane 1, or we go to reference geometry plane and we want to select plane 1 and flip the offset and extrude it back, offset it back 5, and click OK. So now that plane we just made, we're going to draw a sketch on it. So while you're in the sketch mode, open the sketch for this sweep, this part that you just did. Select, you don't even have to open it, so click on this drop down, select the sketch for it, and select convert entity, so it converts that sketch to the back because it's the same. So once we have that converted, and exit out of this, exit out of your sketch, and I'm just going to hide that plane, so I'm going to exit out of it. And now I can go to my feature, and again the sweep stuff we did, and select the circular profile and change it to 0.2, and we have that sweep feature, and click OK. So now all we need to do is select the plane 1 again, which is right here, select sketch, number 2, and move it somewhere over here, and I'm going to show the sketch of that plane 1. I mean this sweep, I'm going to show the sketch. So while the sketch is shown, I'm just going to draw a circle from this point out, and the dimension for that circle is 0.2, and we are drawing that profile over here. So as you can see, we are drawing it over here. So we go to feature, extrude it to the front 1, and we're going to do direction 2 and extrude it back 7 to give us the 8. So this is what it looks like. So 1 and 7, and click OK. And now I can hide that sketch, I don't need it. And now what we're going to do is come to feature, the mirror. So we'll select mirror, and on this drop down we'll select the right plane, and we want to mirror this feature and that, all 3 features, so I can select it from the screen or down here, and click OK. And there you go, we have this helicopter is pretty much done. I think there's a couple of things. So now you need to add a fillet back here, and the fillet size is 0.2, so fillet it is 0.2. So I'm gonna add it here and there. And now the instructor wants you to make this into a 2 helicopter. So how you can do that is you can come down to your linear again, select linear pattern. For the direction, I'm just going to select this line up here, and I'm going to flip the direction. So, and the number of how many I want is 2, so I change that number to 2. And the distance apart, let's try 25 or 20. And so I'm just going to come down to body, and I'm just going to select this body, and don't forget that this part is also a body, so you select that body. So come to body, select this body and that body, and click OK. And there you go, you have two helicopters. According to this assignment, this is what the instructor wants you to do. Again, I just wanted to share this with you guys because I feel like it's a very good exercise to learn how to design in SolidWorks, because there's so much different features that you have to use to get this, and I really like it. Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to just leave a comment, and thank you very much. If you like, please subscribe, share with your friends in class, and thank you for your support as always. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.